On the outskirts of Aizawl, the state capital of Mizoram, there is a mysterious place called Calvary Hospital. Mysterious because this is a place where the despair regain new hope, a place where the poor and the destitute find help, and a place where the sick receive healing. A little away from the main town, Calvary Hospital was set up at Zhuang Tui in 1991 by a team of volunteers who called themselves Thutak Nan Pui Tute Team, or TNT in short. It has become the headquarters of the team who devote their lives to reach out to all people who need help in many different ways. Initially, the land, a vast expanse of 9 bighas, was donated by a kind-hearted man, K. Thangzuala. The entire campus, which is beautifully maintained with its tranquil atmosphere, is an ideal refuge for a tired soul. Calvary Hospital has 3 centers within it: the orphanage for orphan and disowned children, the center called Flower Garden for the mentally disturbed people, and the de-addiction center for alcoholics and drug addicts. These 3 centers shelter people from all over who come here or are brought by others to form one big family. From the youngest to the oldest, they live harmoniously as a family. It is an interesting story which by no means is invented or from fictions as to the formation of this gigantic family. The peculiarity of this place has earned Calvary Hospital a common remark from many as a unique place of wonder. Equally interesting, though, is the story of its founder, Sang Thankima. Born in 1960 at a small village of Tlang Sam on the eastern corner of Mizoram, Sang Thankima led a reckless life till the age of 28. He was high on alcohol and was known for his notorious habit of street fighting. Though he loved sports and was fairly good in volleyball, he failed to make a mark in this field because of his erratic lifestyle. Eventually, he went through a sad phase of depression, and his anguished soul was searching for solace. In this state of utter despair, he turned to God, and in 1988, he found the answer, which was to change the entire course of his life. This transformation gave him a new attitude towards his fellow human beings and towards God's creation. He developed a new sense of deep love for man and respect for nature. He spent some time alone in the jungle to meditate and began to prepare himself for a new mission. Initially, he started with drunkards and vagabonds, whom he took with loving care to his camp and told them about God's wonderful love. By and by, people from different places came to hear of his deeds, and the extent of his mission increased to larger areas. Finally, Sang Thankima with a few helpers and followers came to this place in 1991, which is now their base, and Calvary Hospital came to be established.
Zule sale mani na poko sa thelamin tan bo kuala ama o chuka nun hi tui hale mai china pathian ngai sak ka duwa ngai sak dan ne o chuka thiam lem lowa chu te ma ng de ma kom lai chuan zu ka ina zungol ka ve ta de ma azungol hantia arui thei thil ki chuka mu piang ka ti ni ma chang chuan hun ka mang chawa ama ga chu bogal mai tu le sual mai tu le zu ngai thei to lo in lum mai tu ka ngai line kan chen de chen khatin pathian thu mi khil tumin kanin chunga ko min rong chuai chuaka pathian thu min an sila ka khe thei le lo maya ka buang ren khop maya ama ga su ang policy ka decision kan hinang chawanga sual kong chu ka khoi to lawang ti kha ka hon ve ta ni kha chu kan ve ko thlek pakhata zungol ve kong si ka tlu ka muwa I chuan ke ma du lo ka zota ka chong cha ya adua da chuan ka pachuak ta pian thang na lo chang ta ni chu ti chuan misual zungol ve jak sadik ten lo kala dam lo te pon lo kala lali su Krista ti dam lan sang zela an lo kau thui ta tel tela piang thar tel lo tama ti rau kan sual puite ko thera tal mai te pathian ngai sak lo te hi chan chuan hai thokang u tin chumi ke ma piang tha te chu ka som zela kan sual puite chandam turin ke pe langu ke ni mi sual ti dam sang te hian ko thera te da te ngai na pon sin chungin lal pa ngong hi bo langu mun ro puile mun cha chang lo mai lang tin som la ka siam zela ti chuan huai takin ni nom takin an lo changa rong chu kan bol chho tlang zela
Let us now turn towards the TNT's Calvary Hospital and see how this amazing center functions. Firstly, we will visit the orphanage. The center had about only 10 orphans at the beginning, but today 380 orphan children from all across Mizoram and neighboring states, including Myanmar, are living in this center, some of them as young as only 3 days old, while the oldest are 16 years old. Never having seen the faces of their biological parents, these children are completely content living in Calvary Hospital as if this was their natural home. Though deprived of many things in life, including the love and care of their own parents, the loving kindness and tender care of volunteers who play the role of their mothers will compensate for whatever things they miss out in life. And these children never ask for more. Their adopted mothers bathe and feed them and help them grow physically, mentally and spiritually. Watching these volunteers taking care of the children, one cannot but admire them for doing all this purely out of love without any material reward. One of the main reasons responsible for the growing popularity of Calvary Hospital is its de-addiction center. For those whose lives are chained to the slavery of alcoholism and addiction, and those who cannot free themselves from this bondage, the center gives renewed hope and healing touch. Alcoholics and drug addicts approach this center to undergo a minimum duration of 3 months treatment. On average, the center is occupied by 200 patients at all times. Though the male ratio is comparatively higher, there are female patients undergoing treatment as well. The largest number of them are proxivon abusers suffering from cellulitis. The TNT workers have neither medicines nor necessary equipments except hot water, cotton swab and prayer to treat them. But their complete faith in God seems to work wonders, for most patients recover from their sickness and are able to get rid of their problems. One patient by the name of Remkima could not do without his dose of 10 injections with proxivon a day. Due to excessive injections, he had infections all over his groin and was paralyzed from below his left thigh. On top of it, he was also an HIV positive. He was in a state of coma when he was brought to the Calvary Hospital on February 8, 1999. Doctors and his family had lost all hope and waited for his last breath only. It is simply amazing how quickly his condition improved in the Calvary Hospital. Towards the end of the same year, he was able to move and is now living a normal life again. Today, Remkima is one of the most helpful volunteers in the Calvary Hospital, where he is assigned the work of a receptionist. Of these addicts, there are a number of girls who recovered from their sickness, and Melody is one such girl. Another wonderful feature of the Calvary Hospital's mission is the Center for Mentally Handicapped Persons. The center is called the Flower Garden, and 212 inmates having different kinds of mental problems and abnormalities are sheltered in this place. Some of them are those who have no relatives, while some are brought here because they have turned too wild or even violent and dangerous to others. About 40% of them are from outside Mizoram. Among them, there are some who suffer from severe menopausal syndrome. When these patients get into their fits, they give rough time to the volunteers in charge of them. One inmate called Eskea is believed to be a Bihari. He was found half dead on the outskirts of a village in North Mizoram. The TNT members who took great pity on this poor stranger took him to their camp. Today, Eskea is one of the jolliest members of the TNT family. Sailavi, another inmate, is believed to be of Bhutia tribe, but since she never talks, no one is certain about her true origin. Before she came to live here, she used to be seen wandering from place to place, begging for food. At times, she would disappear in the jungles for a number of days. On hearing about her, the TNT volunteers set out to bring her to Calvary Hospital, and since 27 April 1996, she has been living with the family. Some of the women folk here are extremely talented and even helpful when they are less disturbed. They are capable of stitching and mending their own clothes as well as for others. In the flower garden, one cannot help but get highly amused sometimes at the eccentric behaviors of different characters. Some would exhibit their obsession with kung fu, while others would love to imitate certain scenes from the Hindi films. And there are others who have great passion for singing, and some who love trying their hands on musical instruments like the guitar. The most turbulent period in the flower garden, however, is always at mealtime. During this, hot quarrels, fights, and loud wailings are common occurrence.